Yes, Asha Mataji, you can start the Kirtan Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So, Kirtan. Radha Shekhar, it seems background.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Would you be kind enough to share the the verse that we were doing last week, and we'll start doing parts and we'll discuss parts of it.
Yes, Mataji. I'm just sharing that. These things, Mataji.
Should I do this? Okay. Vande Guru Isha Bhaktan Isha Ishavatarkan Tat Prakasham Chatat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Samna Sam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodito Gododaye Pushpavanto Chitro Shando Tamonuja Yad Advaitam Brahmanopnishadi Tad Api Ashyatanubha Ya Atmantar Yami Purusha Iti So Asyam Sa Vibhava तदेश्वर्यपूर्णो य इह भगवान् सा स्वयम् अयम् न चैतन्य कृष्ण जगति परतत्त्वं परम् इह अनादिताचरिं चिरत् करुण्याव करुणायावतीर्णः खलो समर्पयितं नतोज्ज्वलां रसं स्वाभक्तिश्रियं हरिपुरता सुन्दरा दयुक्तिकदं सन्दिपितः सदा हृदयकन्देरे स्फुरतु वा सचिनन्दना राधाकृष्ण प्रणय विकृति हलादिनी शक्ति अस्मत् एकत्मनादापि भुवि पुरदेह भेदं ततोतो चैतन्यक्यं प्रकातम् अधुना तद्वयं चैत्यम् अप्तं रागभावयुति सुवालितं नौमि कृष्णस्वरूपम् श्रीराधया प्रणय महिमा श्रीद्विषो वानयैव स्वद्यो येन भूता मधुरिमा विद्विषो वा मदीया सौख्यं च स्य मदनुभावता श्रीकृशं वेति लोभात् तद्भावधया समाज्ञानि सच्चिगर्भा सिन्धो हरिन्दुः पञ्चतत्त्वमकां कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णा प्रेमे प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृष्णे नमः कृष्णावर्णं त्रिशत्कृष्णं सङ्गोपागस्त्रपर्दशं यज्ञात् सङ्कीर्तना प्रायेत् यजन्ति हि सुमेधसः सुवर्णवर्णहेमाङ्गो वरङ्गश्चन्द्र नङ्गजी संन्यास त्रिक्षमा सन्तो निष्ठशान्ति परायणः मुखं करोति वचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातम् अहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् हरे
Hmm.
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण.
Hare
So like
Krishna, Mataji. It seems there is lots of noise coming behind you.
yeah, Prabhu, we was doing book distribution was still out.
Okay. Um, so,
If it's too
Mataji,
much, Prabhu, if it's too much, Prabhu, can you please kindly host and I'll mute.
yeah, sure, Mataji. Yeah, that's
It
fine.
might be
Thank you.
easier. Yeah, I think it might be better. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, Mataji. That's fine.
Sorry, Prabhu. It's just we're still out with book
Yeah, sure,
distribution.
Mataji. Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much. So we have been discussing the 12th chapter of Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna Lekasetu Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for kindly joining.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So in the last session, we have read this, the Devotee, chapter 12, and we have completed this chapter by reading, but we have not discussed addressing those points. So we shall go through a few points here. So the devotee here, from the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is disclosing all the uh, okay, okay. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving instructions to Sanatana Goswami on the various topics that we have been discussing. So on this topic, the devotee, who is the devotee is who is being fully devoted to the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he develops all the godly qualities of the demigods. He is the devotee. There are many such qualities, but Lord Chaitanya described were only some of them to Sanatana Goswami. So this is the devotee. But generally, many people come to the temple. They think that they are devotees, but they are not the devotees. They will come with different purposes. They are not the devotees. Devotee means who has devoted to the Supreme Personality. He is called devotee. And who is completely dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is devotee. People come with temple with different various desires. I wanted, oh my dear Lord, please bless me with all these desires. I wanted my family to be good, good job, good children, good education, good wealth, all things, all opulences. So this is kind of a you perform kind of uh, offer to the Supreme Lord. I mean, not only Supreme Lord, you do any worship to the demigod, they will fulfill desires. It's kind of a business transactions. It is part of the Vedic karma kanda. We perform something and in return we get something. But that is Vedic in authorized way. But that is not the pure devotion. But however, because they are approaching the Lord, uh, so there are Chaturveda bhajante mam ye janaha paripasate. Te Chaturveda, there are four kinds of devotees. Chaturveda bhajante mam ardho ardhadi jnasu jnani cha bharatarshava. So these are the four kinds of pious people. They will come to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they will come Arto Ardhadi Jijnasu. Ardha means when one is in the trouble. Ardhadi is when he is in the need of money. Jijnasu. And Jijnasu is wanted to know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Jnanicha, who has got that transcendental knowledge. So these are all the four categories. They will come to the Supreme Personality of God. Four streams. They're payas. Though initially not pure, because they are coming to the Supreme Personality of God to fulfill their desires. In due course of time, they will become pure devotees of the Lord. So that's why Akama Sarvkamova Moksha Kama Udarati Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purusham Param. So, though we have desires or no desires or liberation desires, any desires, we need to go only to the Krishna. Narayana Kalaha Santaha Bhajanti Henasuyavaha. Mumuksho Ghor Rupan Hitva Bhota Patinata. One should not go to Mumuksho Ghor Rupan, like one should not go to the Brahma, Shiva, or Kali, or so many other like Bhairava, Kala Bhairava. We should not go there. Mumuksho Ghor Rupan Hitva Bhota Patinata. One has to stop going there. And the Narayana Kalaha Santa Bhajanti Henasuyavaha. One has to go only to the Narayana Amshas, Narayana Kala. That is Vishnu's form, Narayan, Krishna, Ramachandra. Only the Krishna's expansions. So that's why Yajeda Purusham Param. Then in due course of time, he will become the pure devotee. If we go to the demigods, they will quickly fulfill the desires, but that desire, whatever got fulfilled, once that time is finished, maybe few months or few half a year, something like that, again you will back to the same position, into the same problems. It will not be solved. It is a temporary solution only. And here, when we become a pure devotee of the Lord, he would develop so many divine qualities. So a devotee of the Lord is always kind to everyone. He is the Karunikaha. And he does not pick any quarrels. He is Ajata Satravaha. He does not have any enemies at all. His interest is in the essence of life. This is the Madasharya Katamrushtaha. Essence of life, which is spiritual, completely spiritual. And he is equal to everyone. And Panditaha Samadarshinaha. This is Vidya Vinay Sampanni, Brahmani Gavihastini, Shuni Chaya Supakecha Panditaha Samadarshanaha, Samasarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labate Param. And no one can find fault in a devotee. So this is the one of the quality of a devotee. And his magnanimous mind is always fresh and clean. So he is always generous and magnanimous. He is kind to and inclined to do favor to everyone without any discrimination. This is his magnanimous mind. Always fresh and clean. In the mind, he does not keep any rubbish at all. And he is always dwelling with the Krishna Katha, which is always flourishing, always developing, and he is enthusiastic to share, and it is clean. It is not contaminated by any adulteration. Whatever coming from the scriptures, what is coming from the Guru about Krishna, he will only share that one. And he is without material possessions. A devotee is without material possessions means that doesn't mean he doesn't have any home or family like that. So though he has got, but he never considered that it's his wealth or his asset, that is material possessions. He is a benefactor to all living entities and is peaceful and always surrendered to Krishna. Always surrendered. So Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Raja. So because Krishna is so beautiful, he is so compassionate, and he is pleased. If you are seeing Krishna, we never ever move our eyesight aside. We wanted to see Krishna, his beautiful form. Tarunam तरुणं रमणीयाङ्गं वरुणेष्टेक्षणाधरं प्रणतश्रयणं रमणं शरण्यं करुणार्णवं शरण्यं करुणार्णवं. So when because he is the ocean of mercy, Karunarnavam. That's why if one surrenders unto him, he will give all kinds of um, he will fulfill all of our desires. So this Narada Muni says to Dhruva Maharaj, "O Dhruva Maharaj, when you are meditating on the Lord, how you need to think of the Lord. Lord is always beautiful and very pleasing. Prasadhabhimukam Shashwat Prasanna Vadanekshanam." So he is always ready to fulfill the desires of the devotees. Prasadabhimukham Shashwat all the time. Prasannavadanekshanam, when he sees his eyesight is his glances are prasanna, very pleasing. So he's a benefactor to all living entities. So devotee, because he is always at the lotus feet of Krishna, so he also develops the similar qualities as the Krishna. Etadesha nimeshasya prakristopi tadgunaihi na yujyate sada atmastaihi yada buddhihi tadashraya. So because yada buddhihi tadashraya, because we have our buddhi is our intelligence is to surrender to Krishna. Tadashraya. So Krishna. So but Krishna is always transcendental. He is never contaminated with the material nature. So, likewise, a devotee, though he appears to be in the material world, he appears to be doing like all other people, but he is always peaceful and he has got the similar qualities as Krishna, but in a less quantity. He has no material desires. He is always wanted to fulfill desires of only Krishna, not material desires. Niraham kritihi. uh, and then he is very humble and he is fixed in his purpose. What is the purpose? So he is humble because he wants Trunadapi Sruni Truni Trunadapi Suni Chena Tarorapi Sahishnuna. He always tolerant and humble. And he is fixed in his purpose because even though some obstacles come in his path, he never deviate from his path. He is fixed. What is his purpose? Is render devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have got family, we have got work, and we need to travel, and we will find less time, something like that, to come to Krishna Katha and to hear. And but still, that his purpose is fixed. Though he has got so much busy, he will find a way to come to Krishna service to render some service, either Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasim Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. And he is victorious over the six material qualities. What is the six material qualities? Such as the lust and anger, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the Arishadvarkas. And he does not eat more than he needs. Mitimedhya Adhanam Shashvat. He eats only Yukta Ahara Viharasya. Yukta Ahara. He controls his food habits. He does not eat in the restaurants and just buying fast foods and buying the frozen foods like that. He does not buy. So he prepares fresh prasadam from the raw ingredients, offer it to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he takes it as a prasadam. That is, he does not eat more than he needs. And whenever he's eating that prasada, he will be nourished with the that divine love. He is always sane and is respectable to others. So he is the ideal man, and he is respectable to others as well. So when we see that six Goswamis, though they are in the Dhira Adhira Janapriyaha, so either a good people, even the bad people also will respect the devotee. He is respectable to everyone, and he is sane. And also in the similar way, these devotees also respect everyone, irrespective of the material body, distinction of whether it's a cat, dog, or a human, or anyone, either a another Pandita, another Brahmana. This is Tuni Sevi Supakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. They respect Pranamed Bahumanayan Manasaitani Bhutani Pranamed Bahumanayan Yeshwaro Jivakalaya Pravishto Bhagavaniti, knowing that the Lord is in the heart of all the living entity, so he respects everyone as well. But he does not require respect for himself. So he is because very humble. This is the one of the very beautiful qualities of a devotee. He does not require respect. Amanena manadena. He does not require any respect for himself. He is grave, merciful, friendly, poetic, expert, and silent. See, these are all good divine qualities of a devotee. Grave means he is always grave. Um, he is not like a funny, or he does not use his words like jokingly like that. He's always grave. He's situated and always dwelling with the transcendental knowledge and how to render this service like that to Krishna, how to please Krishna. He's always grave and merciful. He is compassionate to everyone, friendly, friendly to all the living entities, poetic. So he knows so many of these scriptural injunctions and he can compose in a rhythmic way to please Krishna, and expert and silent, how to handle the problems without any disturbing any living entity. Expert and silent, he is always calm. Uh, Silent, otherwise, whenever silent in the sense, he speaks only Krishna Katha, not the materialistic things. So sometimes Yanisha Sarvabhutani Tasyam Jagati Samyami. So when all the living entities are sleeping in the night, devotees wake up in Tasyam Jagati Samyami. He wakes up in early in the morning to carry out the spiritual activities. But um, Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani, which is the day night for the all the living entities. So they will carry out all the karmic activities. That is Sa Nisha Pasite Muni. So that is kind of a night time. He becomes very quiet. It is like a night time for a devotee. So likewise, he always compose himself, not to speak. Anudvegakaram Vakyam. uh, Satyam Priya Hitam Chayat. When he speaks only the Satyam and Priya Hitam, which is beneficial to the others only. And Maunam Atma Vinigraha. Maunam is the silent. Atma Vinigraha. He is always in the self-realization state. These are the qualities of the devotee. And here, Srimad Bhagavatam, it also 325:21 describes the person in Krishna consciousness, one who is devoted to the loving service of the Lord. So this is the Titikshavaha, Karunikaha, Suhrudaha, Sarvadehinam, Ajata Satravaha, Santaha, Sadavaha, Sadhu Bhushanaha. These are the ornaments of the devotee. Ornament, the qualities of the devotee is the Titikshavaha, he is the tolerant. Titikshavaha, Karunikaha, he is the compassionate. Suhrudaha, well-wisher of everyone. Suhrudaha, Titikshavaha, Karnikaha, Suhrudaha, Sarvadehinam, all kinds of living entities. Ajata Satravaha, he does not have any enemies at all. Ajata Satravaha, Shantaha, he is always peaceful. And Sadavaha, Sadhu Bhoshanaha. And these are the Sadhu Bhoshana is the ornaments of a Sadhu. So that the devotee is said to be always tolerant, merciful, and friend to all living entities. He has no enemies, he is peaceful, and he possesses all good qualities. These are few characteristics of a person in Krishna consciousness. So out of these things, starting with that tolerance, it is a very, very important thing in this world. In this whole age of Kali, Kali means it is the hypocrisy and unnecessary fighting. So that is what we have to be tolerant. Otherwise, there are if we just meet, there is always some kind of conversations. If we are among the people, again one person speaks so many things, but all immediately there will be a disturbance. This is the but here Titik we need to be tolerant and calm. And further, it is also said in the Srimad Bhagavatam that 552, if one gets opportunity to serve a great soul, Mahatma, his path to liberation is open. So this is the Prasangamajaram Pasham Atmanah Kavayo Viduhu. Saeva Sadhu Shukruto Moksha Dwaram Apavrutam. So when we speak unnecessary things, Prasangam Ajaram Pasham means it will entangle to this material world. Prasangam Ajaram Pasham. So what Atmanaha Kavyo Viduhu, who are about the self-realization, what they do? Saeva Sadhu Shukruto, they speak only about the sadhus, associate with the sadhus. That's why Moksha Dwaram Apavrutam. So his path to the Apavritam is the open. Moksha Dwaram, liberation is open for such kind of Mahatma. And however, those who are attached to the materialistic persons are in the path of darkness. However, those who are attached to materialistic persons are on the path of darkness. Tam tam chipanti asarineshu tamastu hanta. They are going into the darkness because which is appear to be the illusory energy of the Lord. People are going into the darkness. It makes them because of as soon as we wanted to fulfill some kind of our desires, which is the karma. Desire is the what we have taken in this particular type of body because of all the materialistic desires. So we wanted to, by looking at Krishna, how he is enjoying in the spiritual abode, we get all kinds of I also wanted to do, but separately from Krishna. Why I should be serving Krishna? Why cannot I enjoy by myself? Then Krishna arranges this material world with a particular type of body and senses, and we come here when we are trying to do it. But actually, here one has to follow the Vedic injunctions in order to fulfill those desires. If he is just leaving aside of the Vedic injunctions, then immediately he will be entangled by the actions and reactions. So, by the what is the Vedic way? You have to perform this karmic activity, and then you relish this fruits of it, and then before you relish the fruits, you offer it to the mm, uh, Vishnu as a sacrifice. Yajnadham karmano anyatra lokoyam. This is karma bandhana. If you are not following that process, it is a karma bandhana. We have to follow these karmic reactions. So that is the path of darkness. One has to always follow. Otherwise, yes shastra vidhi yes shastra vidhi mutrujya vartate kamakarataha. न स सिद्धिम अवाप्नोति न शांतिम न param gatim. So he does not get siddhi, ultimate benefit, benedictions or benefits. Na siddhim, na shantim, na param gatim. So he does not have any peacefulness, and also he does not have achieved anything at all. So he is on the path of darkness. Those who are actually holy or transcendentalists, they are equipoised, very peaceful, free from anger, and friendly to all living entities. Simply by associating with such holy men, one can become Krishna conscious devotee of the Lord. Indeed, to develop love of Godhead, the association of such great souls is needed. Tayeta, tayete sadavaha sadvi sarva sangha vivajjitaha. Sanghateshu atite prajyaha sangadosha harahite. So this is sadhus, tayete sadavaha sadvi sarva sangha vivajjitaha. Sarvasanga means they do not have any association with the material things, material desires. So one has to pray. Sanghateshu atate prajyaha. One has to pray for the association of such kind of devotees. Because when we associate with devotees, and what happens? Sangadosha harahite. So the faults within us, they will be purified. Sangadosha harahite. Some simply associating with holy man, one can become Krishna conscious and devotee of the Lord. So indeed, to develop the love of Godhead, this is Satam Prasangan Mamaviri Samvita Bhavanti Hrittana Rasayana Kataha. Tadjoshinad as Apavargavatmani Shraddha Ratihi Bhakti Anukramishyati. So this is one after another. If you will get all attachment, love of Godhead, everything. That is the association of such great souls is needed. And the path of advancement in spiritual life opens for anyone who comes in contact with such a holy man. And by following their path, one is sure to develop Krishna consciousness in full devotional service. So these holy men are, they always keep Krishna in the heart. Wherever they go, they speak Krishna Katha. Because they speak Krishna Katha, it will become the pilgrimage. So just like a Bhavad Vida Bhagavata Tidha Bhutaha Swayam Vibho Tidhi Kurvanti Tidhani Swantah Tena Gadabruta. So that place become, so here this verse, Yudhishthira spoke to Vidura and saying that, oh my dear Vidura, so wherever you go, you speak only Krishna Katha, and because you speak Krishna Katha, it will become a pilgrimage. You make that place as a pilgrimage. That we have practically seen in the Western world, there are no pilgrimages. But wherever Prabhupada has gone and he has established the Krishna temples and always Krishna Katha going on, temple deity worship is going on, that place became a pilgrimage. It's like a, for example, Bhaktivedanta Manar, like that. So one has to always be nearer to the devotee of the Lord. You will always feel fresh and enlivened in your life. Otherwise, if you are with materialistic person, you may speak for a few minutes, 30 minutes, half an hour, and then do the chit chats, and after that, frustration. Immediately, there is one thing will become frustration. We would see practically. And then immediately there will be disturbances, communication gaps, misunderstandings, and then cut off. Again disturbance, again another people. Likewise, life will be frustrated. But if it is same association with the devotee, it is everlasting. But we need to be humble when we are associating with the devotees. They do not speak anything material things. You have got that much money, I have got this much. You have this house, I have got this house. You got that job, you are an IT engineer, I am a software professional, I am a manager, I am more. This kind of things will not be the part of the discussion. They speak only Krishna Katha about the devotees and Krishna only. They wanted to be interested to understand different angles of Krishna Katha because every devotee speaks in a different way and everyone wanted to relish that Krishna Katha when someone is speaking. Okay, so that's why one has to be always with the devotee, holy man, with such a holy man. In the 11th canto, second chapter, text 30 of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vasudeva, the father of Krishna, asks Narada Muni about the welfare of all living entities. And in reply, Narada Muni quotes a passage from Maharaj Nimi's discussion with the nine Yogendras. O holy sages, King Nimi said, I am just trying to find the path of well-being for all living entities. A moment of association with holy men is the most valuable thing in life, for that moment opens the path of advancement in spiritual life. This statement is confirmed elsewhere in the Srimad Bhagavatam 3:25-25. So this is what is this one? Satam Prasangan Mama Viri Samvido. This is what we have discussed now. By associating with the holy persons and discussing transcendental subject matters with them, one becomes convinced of the value of the spiritual life. So because it will come to the senses that we are not in the right path, we need something which is missing. So that we understand here when we are with the devotees. Very soon, hearing of Krishna becomes pleasing to the ear and begins to satisfy one's heart. After receiving such uh, spiritual messages from the holy men, holy persons, or pure devotees, if one tries to apply them in his own life, one naturally and successively develops faith, attachment, and devotion while progressing on the path of Krishna consciousness. So here, all about Krishna and the devotees, it is enriched within the Srimad Bhagavatam. So there, Yasyam vai Shuriyamayanam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktirutpajjate Pumsaha Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. So this is the once illusion will be gone, and then Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Shoka is the lamentation, Bhaya is the fearfulness, and illusions. These three will be uh, so it completely disappeared from the devotee's life. And then Yasyam Vaishuriyamayanam Krishna Parama Purushe Bhaktirutpajjate Pumsaha. So the devotional service sprouts in the heart. Bhaktirutpajjate Pumsaha, because he's always hearing Krishna Katha. So very soon hearing of Krishna becomes pleasing to the ear, becomes satisfy one's heart. This is Krishna Bhaktirutpajjate Pumsaha. This is Utpatti means production. After receiving the such spiritual messages from the holy persons or pure devotees, if one tries to apply them in his own life, and then he successfully develops faith, attachment, shraddha, ratihi, bhakti, anukramishati, and the path of Krishna consciousness. It is very easy. It may not be possible for immediately doing everything, one become a complete devotee in the next day. So, but here, being nearer to Krishna devotees, so gradually the cleansing process happens. When we are just cleansing the dirt from our heart, शृणुतः श्रद्धया नित्यं गुणतस्य त्वचेषितं कालेन नातिदीर्घेन भगवान् विहिते हृदि प्रविष्टः कर्णरन्ध्रेण स्वानां भावसरोरुहं धुनोति शमलं कृष्णः सलिलस्य यथा शरत् धुनोति शमलं कृष्णः all the shamala what happens the Krishna salilasya yatha sharat. So when the rain falls all the mud will be washed out in a similar way. As soon as Krishna come and sit in our heart, then he will remove all kinds of shamalam, all the impurities within us. Okay, so that is here. And then the Lord then informed Sanatana Goswami about the behavior of a devotee. So the sum and substance of such behavior is that one should always stay aloof from unholy association. Unholy is the mean, who are not the devotees. So satsangad mukta dustango hatum notsa hate buddha kityamanam yasho yasya satkrut akarnya rochanam. And satsangad mukta dustango. Mukta dustango. Once he is freed from the unholy association, then he will relish Krishna Katha. Hat kityamanam yasho yasya satkrut akarnya rochanam. And what is that unholy association? It is association with one who is too much attached to the woman. This is the Yoshit Sangi, uh, or one who is not a devotee of Lord Krishna. These are all materialistic people. And if one is attached, too much attached to woman, we should not associate with such kind of person. And one who is not a devotee of Lord Krishna. So this is the unholy association. These are unholy persons. One is thus advised to associate with holy devotees of the Lord and carefully avoid the association of unholy non-devotees. Pure devotees of Krishna are very careful to keep aloof from the two kinds of non-devotees. The result of unholy association is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam 331, 33, 35. So this is about the Yosit Sangha. What is that one? Let us see. Satyam Sautyam Dhaya Maunam Buddhi Srihi Hrihi Yasya Kshama Samo Dhamo Bhagavasheti Yat Sangadhyati Sanchayam. So next verse here so mentions this one. Teshu Asanteshu Mudeshu Kanditatmasu Asadushu Sangam na kurya sotyeshu yoshit kirida mrugeshu cha yoshit kirida mrugeshu cha. So he is the like a puppet in the hand of the woman. So sangam na kurya, we should not associate with a person who is who is the woman hunter. So here it is all these are explained here very beautifully. So here that's why natata asya bhaved moho bandasha anya prasangatah yoshit sangat yata pumso yata satsangi sangatah. So that's why he's saying here, the infatuation and bondage which accrue to a man from attachment to any other object is not as complete as that resulting from attachment to a woman or to the fellowship of men who are fond of women. So this is the difficulty. Once we come in contact with women, it is very difficult to relieve from that entanglement. So here, when Narada Muni, once upon a time, there is a Daksha Prajapati. So Daksha Prajapati, he is actually the son of Brahma in the beginning. So later on, he has got his body was, he leaves his body in that first incarnation and he appears as a second incarnation again as a Daksha Prajapati. At the time, on the instruction of Brahma, he again expanding the progeny. So at the time, he has begotten 10,000 children. At the time, Narad Muni, and then Daksha Prajapati asked all of his 10,000 children, go and perform uh, sacrifices, perform austerities and penances, and then you come back and then you expand the progeny. So all of that 10,000 children, they went to the place which is kind of um, a kind of Tirtha, which is, Sindhu, okay, Narayana Tirtha or Narayana Tirtha, which is in the Sindhu province, which is in the Pakistan that at the moment. So they have gone to that particular place. They are performing. At the time Narad Muni went there, he has explained if you because you are going to expand the progeny, once you come in contact with women, likewise you will be entangled here. Likewise, he has given all the transcendental knowledge, and they became the devotees, and they never ever accepted a wife, and they did not enter into Grahastha life. And Daksha Prajapati, their father, he was a bit upset. And again, he has begotten another 1,000 children. Again, he sent the thousand children to that Narayana Tirtha, again, the same place. And then again, Narada Muni, he's always fond of giving Krishna consciousness to everyone. So again, if you find that, okay, it is a very nice association, so many people at once, one place, I'll speak. And then he speaks in such a way that he mentions that any person who has gone to a hole, they have returned back. So far, in such a way, uh, he spoke to them, they understood that what Narada Muni means. And then they took that knowledge, and also he also mentions whoever is approaching the holy men who are already in the path of devotional service, their path is always bright. And if they are of your elders, then you're in the safe path. So likewise, when he mentioned all of these 1,000 children of Daksha Prajapati, they are also became a pure devotee. They did not enter into the family life. Later on, Daksha Prajapati, knowing that it has happened 2 times, he got upset with his Narada Muni because Narada Muni was preaching to Daksha Prajapati's children. And then he cursed Narada Muni that, oh Narada Muni, because I am trying to fulfill, uh, to expand the progeny on the order of Brahma, but you're always disturbing my activities. So I curse you. Like you cannot have a permanent resident at any place. Likewise, he says. So why I'm trying to say, Narada Muni's instruction, if any person is going to the bila or a hole, he does not return back. So that one. And here, this is Yosi Sangat. This is also mentioned by Kapil Bhagavan. And Kapil Bhagavan says that this Maya woman is the form of Maya, illusory energy of the Lord. The form of the body itself is illusory energy of the Lord. So one should not go and get attracted to the illusory energy. That mentions by Kapil Bhagavan. Pastime bhalamaya stri maya deinu disham. So this one, uh, kurvanti padakrantan bhruvijhumbena kevalam. A woman will make the person into bring him into her control just by the movements of the eyebrows. So that is thing it is mentioned by the Kapila Bhagavan. So here that is the unholy association. And again, if one comes in contact with the woman, what happens? It is very difficult to get detached from the association, womanly association. It is very difficult. And the result of association is described here. And this is what we have seen. And this is it is said that one should give up all association with a person who is plaything for women. He is a Krida Mrugeshu. And for by associating with such unholy person, one becomes bereft of all good qualities, such as truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, gravity, intelligence, shyness, beauty, fame, forgiveness, control of the mind, control of the senses, and all the opulences that are automatically obtained by a devotee. This will be lost if he is come in contact with a woman or a man who is attached to the woman. A man is never so degraded as when he associates with persons who are too much attached to women. See, a man is never so degraded as when he associates with persons who are too much attached to women. So here in this Western world, there is no discrimination between man and woman. Everyone mixed together without any discrimination. That's why it is very difficult if you are going because they speak only the wine, women, and something else, enjoyment, drinking, such kind of things. If we speak about Krishna Katha, they don't even understand a little bit at all. It is all the Pasubihi Samana. This is the Ahara Nidra Bhayamaitunam cha uh, Samanam Yetat Pasubihi Naranam. It is equal to the humans and also the animals. धर्मो ही एको धर्मो ही तेषाम अधिको विशेषो. Only dharma is the difference between the men and the animals. Dharmo hi hena pasubhihi samana. If one does not understand dharma, he is just like a animal. So likewise, all scriptures mentions one is always to be follow the Vedic injunctions, dharma. Read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. That is dharma. What Lord Dharmam Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. Whatever the Lord says, that is dharma. Not one person is speaking. But because the devotees, they simply repeat what the Lord says, and that is dharma. That is, it comes from evam parampara praptum imam rajasyo viduhu. That is dharma. Acharyas, they do not adulterate any of the Lord's messages, but there are some people who adulterate the messages according to their personal whims. Prabhupada condemns in so many places. They are kind of a materialistic people or uh, impersonalist, something like that, different categories in the disguise of a devotee or a transcendentalist. So that Prabhupada is mentioned. So, okay, so now we have come to this point. Now we covered how many two, four, five, six paragraphs. Okay, so we are nearly at 9 o'clock. I also stopped here and I wanted to ask devotees to share if you have got any questions. We will discuss if you have more questions. Hare Krishna. If you have got any questions, kindly ask or raise any concerns. You wanted to know more or deep, something else different, or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Okay, Lekha Setu Mataji.
Nothing, Prabhuji. It's clear whatever you spoke and described about it.
You want to share anything, any knowledge that you have got, your experiences, Mataji?
Uh, Nothing at the moment, Prabhuji. I'm just beginner.
Okay, that is good.
Yeah.
But the beginning is generally
Yeah.
devotees. Devotee means he does in a disciplined way. Whatever he does in a disciplined way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
yeah.
that is where it starts. But until that point, we can do anything somewhere there to come in contact with Krishna, learn something like that.
Okay, Prabhuji.
You wanted to share anything, Mataji? You whatever you have come across, you have got something questions like that.
Actually, while chanting, just now only I'm trying to make myself it's sometimes up and down.
Yeah.
So now I'm slowly trying to get in on into to focus how to focus, how to control our mind.
Yes. Okay, that is very good. And you got devotees association, Mataji, for when you are chanting.
We have Japa morning, right, Prabhuji?
Japa morning, are you joining Japa session?
Yeah, whenever if I miss that one, I used to hear Prabhupada's one and then doing that.
Okay. Yeah, that is good. But when we are with the devotees
Yeah,
in your
every
life,
Sundays we
when
have Mangalarati, right, Prabhuji? At
yeah,
that time, I used to do with the
yes, very nice. Yeah, if you're waking up early in the morning and
yes,
if you're going to the temple, that is good. And if
yes,
you're at home and wanted to do, you are doing chanting, you could
yes,
join some devotees or devotees early morning, they join
yes,
at 5:30 early in the morning in a Zoom
mm-hmm,
session, the same Zoom session, what you have
yes,
joined now.
yes.
So
Oh,
devotees
what time you are doing, Prabhuji?
early morning 5, it starts from we keep open it from 5 a.m. onwards and then devotees, but actually 5:30 to 6:30, and
Okay.
then at 6:30 we have Bhagavatam session,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that Prabhupada's one letter, and then just that is going to be before around 7 o'clock, uh, that 6:30 to 7 o'clock Bhagavatam and Prabhupada's letter. Uh,
Okay,
uh,
Prabhuji.
After that again continue with the further japa.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, if you join one session and 1 or 2 sessions, if you
Yes,
see that one pattern,
yes.
you may feel it how it suits you.
Okay, yes, sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Can we see you tomorrow morning for Japa session?
Yes, sure, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, any other questions? Asha Mataji, Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Uh, I joined Prabhu later because I was in the chat session and I had to recite the verses. So I missed that what we are discussing, Prabhu.
Okay, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji, you wanted to?
No, I think I do that. I mean, you explain everything very nicely, Prabhu. These are all new to me. I never learned it before. But how do we avoid those such unholy or non-devotees at workplace, Prabhu?
Yes, so this is okay. How to avoid unholy association means we have got 24 hours a day. Out of 24 hours a day, where do we spend all this time? So 8 hours for sleeping and 8 hours for work, and then maybe another 8 hours at home doing something else or meeting friends, something like that. So how those time will be manifested in our life according to our desires. So my deep desires in the heart. So this desires like a in the very subtle form, like a big tree, all its plan and its big structure, it is already embedded in a little seed. A big banyan tree, its structure is a part of a little seed. Like all of desires, they are rooted in the heart. And because of those desires, what happens? The material nature, the divine nature, karmana daiva netrena. So, divine nature arranges, orchestrates those activities in and around us, so that such kind of unholy men will come, and materialistic people, materialistic activities would take place. So, everything, those desires, this is the kamarupena, dushpurena, analena cha. This is the Dhumena Agnihi, Dhumena Vrite Agnihi, Yatadarsho Malena Cha. And likewise, all our desires, they are covered in different layers, and we got this material body according to those desires. So when these seeds are there, if we just fry those seeds, they will not sprout. Generally, if you, for example, the peanuts, we eat the peanuts. If we sow it in the soil, immediately there is a plant will come. If we fry the peanuts, then what happens? They would not sprout out again. If they fall, they do not grow again. Like that. Whenever we keep Krishna in our heart, all these desires we have got, they will be fried up. They will not grow. They will not give any reactions much. Though it is little bit, but they do not grow bigger. That's why if we see, uh, in case if this is a bigger problem, if bigger things has to happen, but for a devotees, it will turn into very small, and if one can cross bhavam buddhi vacha padam param padam 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 nate jagat vipadam natesham. This middle wall everywhere it is all kinds of problems, and that big problems will turn into very small problems for a devotee. Bhavamati vacha padam, just like a calf's foot, that hoof print. If there is a water, a devotee will cross like that very easily. But otherwise, if you're not a devotee of Krishna, that small problem will become very big for him if he's a materialistic person. So, because of those desires, and all his materialistic people will come nearer to him, but even though he does not like to associate with such kind of people. So, where is the source of everything? Is in the desire, in the heart. So, we may think that I am always chanting, I am a devotee of the Lord, but why do we get a materialistic people association? Because that is, we have not rooted out that one. So the divine nature keep on orchestrating those activities, but still, I wanted only devotees association. That's why Sangahateshu Atate Prajyaha. One has to uh, pray to the Lord that I wanted only devotees association. I do not want any materialistic people association. We need to pray. We need to pray. Otherwise, we'll come. For example, what is the necessity of having association with the materialistic people? If we see any one of the reasons, so one is through the family and friends. Family, anyway, they will be, we cannot leave them, but still we can avoid the unnecessary conversations. But the family and friends, they are also needed, but you can have similar kind of friends in the within the devotee community only. Otherwise, other people are there. We may think that they are good. Oh, this person is very nice. He is my friend, but he's not a devotee. But he will do good. But on the basis of the materialistic platform. On the materialistic platform, there will be actions and reactions. Though one is giving some kind of help on the materialistic platform, we should not take that one, because it comes with so many other things that he may be, we do not know what is his intention. Of course, he wanted to do some good for us. Or what is the interest? He wanted to show off, or he wanted to expecting something else, or maybe in a particular time, which is inappropriate time, he may speak out that I have helped you, but still you are not like this. So if they point out, we'll be hurt too much. That is the materialistic people. So that's why at any point of time we have to avoid materialistic people association. Always stay with the devotees. Make devotee friends only.
Okay.
Okay. Um, Okay, any other questions or? Okay, so if there are no further questions, so we shall stop our session here and we shall go to the next part, the Simha prayers, if you're all happy. Okay, like Setu Mataji, I think you are aware of this Narsimha prayer, Narsimharati kid song, isn't it? Like Setu Mataji.
Prabhuji, I am at workplace. I can't sing.
Oh, is it? Okay, sure, Mataji, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Usha Mataji, Asha Mataji, would you like to sing and respond, you both?
I will
Mm,
respond, Prabhu.
yes, Prabhu. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Yes, okay. Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Prahladaladadaine
Prakaladadayine
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha
Hiranyakashipurvakshah
Shilatankanakalaye
Siladanganakalaya
Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimho
Edo Narasimha Parado Narasimha
Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimho
Yado Yado Yamitado Narasimha
Bahe Nasimho Hridaye Nasimho
Bahir Narasimha Hridaye Narasimha
Narasimha Nade Sharanam Prapati
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prabhati
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Natari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Atudha Shringam Dalida Hiranyakashipu Danubringam Keshavadrida Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisa Hare Jai Jagadisa Hare Jai Jagadisa Hare
Keshavadrita Natari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadrida Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisa Hare Jai Jagadisa Hare Jai Jagadisa Hare
Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev
Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol.
कृष्ण सिंहदेव भगवान की
Jai.
Jai,
जय, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की
Jai.
Jai,
जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
जय। नित्य गौ प्रेमानंदे
Hari
हरि
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hare
Bol,
Bo.
हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण।
Hari
थैंक यू
Krishna.
प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
बोल
Prabhuji.
गुरुदेव। धन्यवाद।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Usha Mataji, Asha Mataji. Very beautiful.
थैंक यू प्रभु।
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. If you're all happy, we shall conclude our session today. And then see you tomorrow morning for Japa session, early morning, the same Zoom link at 5:30. But it will be open from 5 a.m. onwards as well.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Maharaj.
प्रभु।
I'll see you say like say to Mataji tomorrow in the Japa session. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
हरे कृष्ण।
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की विधाय
Ki Jai,
शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai.
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
गुड नाइट। हरे कृष्ण।